So if you're interested in tourers, this one might be for you, with Suzuki revealing a new GSX-S1000GX for 2024, which they are positioning between the old GT version and the V-Strom 1050. Let's take a quick look at what's on offer. They're calling it a crossover tourer with similarities to machines like the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus and the BMW S1000XR. Both those bikes sit closer to the 30k mark here in Australia, where the GT is a relative bargain at just 20k, and the new machine looks like a more decked out option with a price tag to match, basically 26k right away here in Australia. UK pricing in comparison is 14,499 right away, in pounds of course, and starts at 18,499 in the US. At a glance it looks like we get a taller front end setup, including handlebars and a more upright sitting position over the GT, as well as a bit more clearance. Again, somewhere between the GT and the V-Strom. Plus we see Suzuki's first ever implementation of electronic suspension, or the Suzuki Advanced Electronic Suspension, SAES, and the Suzuki Road Adaptive Stabilisation System, or SRAS. So that's quite a big first for the manufacturer, even if most of the competition have been doing this for a while. That's Showa SFF-CA inverted forks and a BFRC-lite link type monoshock with active damping control between soft, medium and hard modes, alongside a customizable user setting. Rear preload is adjusted electronically with 4 modes based on load. Essentially that boils down to auto, rider, rider and luggage, and rider plus pillion. Preload on the forks in contrast is adjusted down near the brake caliper on both sides. Interestingly, the IMU is also part of Suzuki's SAES, with emphasis put on this helping with uneven surfaces like cobbles for instance, which are mentioned in the release. Suzuki also mentioned all these parameters are speed sensitive and decel sensitive, but I think that's all pretty regular at this stage. On to the rest of the bike. The 999cc 4-cylinder remains outputting 112 kilowatts, or about 150 ponies at 11,000 RPM and 109 Newton meters at 9,250 RPM. Although fuel consumption is a high 6.2 liters per 100 Ks, there is a slipper clutch there too. On the electronics front, we see the Suzuki Intelligent Ride System with power modes, as well as Suzuki Traction Control, Lift Limiter and Roll Torque Control. Naturally there's ride-by-wire with a bi-directional quick shifter, smart cruise control, slope control, easy start and low RPM assist. All that's viewed and controlled through a TFT display, as is the electronic suspension. The chassis consists of a twin spar aluminium frame with trellis subframe, while seat rails offer attachment points for optional side cases. The swing arm is also a beefy aluminium unit. Wheels are 6-spoke cast, and I'm a little surprised to see both are 17-inch wheels, as that's not really in keeping with the crossover theme in my mind, where you'd expect to see a 19-inch front for instance. Dunlop Sports Max Road 2s are run standard fitment. Brembo also provide the 4-piston radial front calipers matched to 310mm rotors, while we see a Nissan unit at the rear with single piston caliper. Quartering ABS is provided by the Motion Track brake system with slope dependent control system, helping reduce rear wheel lift in heavy braking situations. Other little details include a 3-way adjustable screen, standard handguards, full LED lighting with stacked headlight, rear carrier with integrated grab bars, and floating handlebars with rubber mounts. Styling is quite aggressive too, with a stubbier front end that carries the GSX-S look, but with a lifted front end, greater clearance between the nose and front wheel, and reduced bodywork, rather than the more extensive fairings we see on the other models. They've also tried to increase comfort with the seat redesign, so we'll see how that one works out when people test the bike. Overall, the Suzuki GSX-S1000GX is pretty decked out and looks to be offering a slightly more value-orientated take on the concept than some of the competition. The bike's an attractive package too, especially offering that taller touring style machine while one-upping the loadout on the GSX-S1000GT. The crossover thing I'm not so sure about, considering it's still undeniably a road bike with 17-inch wheels and tyres, the same as bikes like the Tracer 900 GT and the S1000XR, although the latter of those is probably considered a crossover too. Adding some variety to the GSX-S1000 range is of course very welcome, as more choice is always good for riders, and it's interesting to see Suzuki pushing their boundaries a little with some of the inclusions, as they tend to be a bit conservative in some ways. Let me know what you think of the GSX-S1000GX though, and whether you'd pick this over a V-Strom 1050, standard GSX-S1000 or the GT version. As always, stay safe out there and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and are still here, consider hitting that like button.